I just do not understand it. I buy the memory foam neck pillow, I turn off my movie, I close my eyes, and I still land feeling like I was hit by a truck. Why is sleeping on a plane so impossible?
Because you are letting the airplane dictate your physical state. Most passengers are completely reactive, but flight attendants use strict bodily protocols on long hauls because they know true rest in the sky requires actively fighting the environment.
Fighting the environment? What do you mean?
The biggest trap is following the airline schedule. The first sleep trick you must know is the destination clock rule. Do not wait for the cabin crew to dim the lights. Airlines base their food service and lighting strictly on their operational efficiency, not your circadian rhythm. If your destination is daytime, sleeping for 8 hours during the flight guarantees you will be miserable upon landing.
So I should forcefully ignore the dinner service if it does not match my destination time?
Exactly. Eat before you board if you must, but the moment you sit down, your mindset must be on the destination clock. And that brings up the physical geometry of your seat, which most people get completely backward.
Geometry? I just recline the seat 2 inches and pray.
That is why your neck hurts. The third trick is the lower back first setup. Economy seats are generally shaped into a subtle C curve. If you only support your neck, your hips slide forward, your spine rounds, and your lower back takes the entire load of turbulent vibrations for hours.
Wait, so my neck pillow isn't even the most important part?
Not at all. You must fill the gap at your lower back first. Use a jacket, a scarf, or the airline pillow. When your pelvis is stabilized, your spine stays straight, and your neck pillow can actually do its job without your head bobbing forward.
That makes so much sense. But what about actually falling asleep? I usually just have a glass of wine to knock myself out.
Do not do that. That is trick number 3, avoiding the false sleep start. The FAA regulations require cabin pressure equivalent to roughly 8,000 feet. At that altitude, alcohol metabolizes differently.
So the wine is actually hurting me?
Yes, it acts as a depressant to put you to sleep initially, but as your liver processes it, it triggers a rebound effect, forcing you into a shallow, fragmented sleep phase. You will wake up 2 hours later, profoundly dehydrated and unable to get back to deep sleep.
Okay, no wine. But what if the cabin is freezing and someone is kicking my seat and the seatbelt sign keeps dinging?
That leads to the 5-minute sleep bubble. You cannot wait for silence because on a long haul, true silence never happens. You have to build the bubble proactively.
How do I build a bubble?
Before you plan to sleep, get everything ready. Earplugs in, eye mask down, and crucially, fasten your seatbelt over your blanket. Under federal aviation regulations governing passenger safety, if a flight attendant cannot visually confirm your seatbelt is fastened during turbulence, they are required by law to wake you up.
Ugh, I hate when they poke me just to check my belt.
They do not want to poke you. It is a strict mandate. If the belt is visible on top of your blanket, they will walk right past you. But you also cannot sleep if you are shaking from the cold.
Oh, totally. Airplanes are practically flying refrigerators.
Which is why trick number 5 is the reachable layer rule. You must never put your hoodie or thick socks in the overhead bin. FAA regulations mandate constant cabin airflow, which often plummets temperatures mid-flight to counteract the body heat of 300 people.
So just keeping my sweater at my feet fixes this?
Yes, If your muscles get cold, your body instinctively tenses up to generate heat. Tense muscles cannot enter REM sleep. You must keep your temperature regulation within arm's reach. But staying warm is only half the battle of physical comfort. You also have to move.
Move? But I am trying to sleep. Won't moving wake me up?
Stillness is not rest on an airplane. It is physical entrapment. Blood pools in your lower extremities due to cabin pressure and gravity. This is trick number 6, the movement reset. When you wake up slightly, do not just lie there feeling stiff.
What should I do instead?
Perform microscopic movements, ankle circles, calf flexes, glute squeezes. It pulls the blood back up toward your heart, relieving the physical stress that makes you feel exhausted. And speaking of stress, let us talk about how you drink water.
I usually forget to drink water until my throat feels like sandpaper, and then I chug a whole bottle.
That is trick number 7, and it is a massive error. It is called panic hydration. The humidity in a commercial cabin is around 10 to 20%. That is drier than the Sahara Desert. Your body loses moisture constantly through respiration.
So why shouldn't I tug water to make up for it?
Because if you chug water right before trying to sleep, your bladder will fill rapidly, forcing you to get up and use the lavatory exactly when you should be falling into deep sleep. You must sip water steadily during your waking hours on the flight and stop 30 minutes before your sleep window.
Okay, slow sips, then stop before sleep. I can do that. Is there anything else?
Yes, the final secret, trick 8, happens right before you land. Most people try to cling to sleep until the wheels hit the tarmac. That is a terrible idea.
Why? I want every minute of rest I can get.
It is called the arrival reset. If you wake up during the chaotic rush of descent, with the flight attendants shouting instructions and the cabin temperature changing rapidly, your adrenal system spikes. You land in a state of high-stress shock.
That is exactly how I feel when I land, completely panicked and groggy.
Set an alarm for 60 to 90 minutes before landing. Wake up on your own terms. Hydrate, use the lavatory before the seatbelt sign comes on for descent, put your shoes back on, and mentally transition. You take control back from the aircraft.